battery-operated magic toupee, the podcast. Journey to dimensions of existence even more moronic and idiotic than ours. Alternative universes of such stupidity that we've constructed the battery-operated magic toupee. Warning! The following comedy is intended for mature audiences and for those not easily offended. If you're of a delicate disposition and offend easily, for example, if we refer to you as a silly cunt, we recommend stop listening immediately, cancel us now, and fuck off. The battery-operated magic toupee, the podcast. Stan!
Oh, hi, Harry.
Why, Stan, what's wrong? You look pained.
Oh, Harry, I'm so embarrassed. I've been having a real irritable stomach since my wife cooked that brisket last week. And I was in temple and Shabbat services, and it was so bad that while the candle was singing prayers, I let go of a tremendous, uncontrollable fart. And I was sitting in the spot with the biggest echo. The rabbi called me a pig, which is the most unkosher thing you can call a Jew. I just don't know what to do.
You know, Stan, I once had that problem.
You, Harry? But I never heard any bad noises from your bottom.
I, too, suffer from wind, and noisy wind.
What do you do?
Well, I did what I'm about to do right now. As I'm standing here, I'm suffering from the ill effects of Thursday's Vindaloo.
Why, Harry, that's beautiful.
Yes, it's the new improved anal Symphony. With anal Symphony, you just insert this AI butt plug and it automatically transforms any bottom purple flatulent noise into any type of music you want. It connects to this easy-to-use phone app, and you can choose any style that suits you. For example, if you're a hipster, your thoughts can sound like this. Or you may be a rocker. You might even be a Hitchcock fan.
Wow, that's amazing, Harry.
1 week later. Stan, how are you?
Oh, I'm just great, Harry. No more embarrassment. Thank you, Harry, and thank you, new improved anal Symphony. Whoopsie, I forgot to charge the battery.
Battery-operated magic toupee. Upload tasteless sketch. Get canceled. Initiate.
I recall that day during the war, 1942. I was in the town of Hertogenbosch in the Netherlands. I met a massively enormous, beautiful, big, buxom Dutch woman named Hugentassen Hertanschiet-Papiers, and in our short time together, I fell madly in love with her. I got on my knees and I proposed marriage. I can still remember that moment.
Marry me, my dear darling Hukenbazen Hukenbazen Pop Hoekenbassen het huisen en papen. Hoeken. Marry me, Hoekenbassen, de Hoekenbassen. Hushken. No, don't. Please, come back. Come back, Hoekenkasten, Putzken. No.
And she left me because I couldn't pronounce her name. I couldn't get the words out, and she was offended. She never wanted to speak to me again. You see, I was drugged with an unknown, unheard of drug that affects the speech centers of my mind. It was a fiendish government conspiracy, an experiment to contravene the Geneva Convention. Actually, I may have gotten some of the facts wrong. It wasn't Hertogenbosch, it was Lewisham, South London, and it wasn't 1946. As a matter of fact, it was last year. And she didn't actually have that complicated a name. Her name was Anne. And it wasn't a government conspiracy that made me forget. The truth is, before I proposed, I was very nervous, and I went into the men's room to alleviate the tension. Unfortunately, I was so nervous that I climaxed immediately, and I stained the whole front of my trousers in Don gravy. And she didn't want to marry me because, well, I was just completely covered in my love juice, and it reminded her of her father, who was a chronic masturbator and who joined Masturbators Anonymous and continuously fell off the wagon. Anyway, that's my story, and that's why you should not, you just, whatever you shouldn't do, you just shouldn't jolly well do it.
Battery-operated magic toupee. Upload tasteless sketch. Get canceled. Initiate. The Senior Citizen Games are brought to you by Hammer Dye. Stop hiding embarrassing protruding hemorrhoids. Style them in 5 different colors, and introducing the newest Hammer Dye color, Infected Indigo. And we're back at the Senior Citizen Games, and off we go to the men's dangling ball sack competition. And Sergei Kavinovich is on the field. He's removing his underwear, and look at that freestyle dangling ballsack troop. Excellent form. The referee's measuring the dangle is 10 inches from the penis, and we're getting the second part of it. It's only 14 inches from the floor. Excellent form from former international men's freestyle dangling ballsack troop champion and the British former champion, Delroy Prickwinkle, is chundering on the field in his Zimmer frame, and the referee's getting him ready, and the trousers dropping. Oh my God, look at that ballsack troop. It's touched the floor. His ballsack has touched the floor. Never in my many years of covering the men's freestyle dangling ballsack drop have I ever seen scrotum touch the ground. This is without a doubt the droopiest scrotum I've ever seen. This one's going to break the record, and the referee is reporting 30 inches from the dick and 0 inches from the floor. Oh my God, let's go down to the court and get a word from new champion and record breaker Delroy Prickwinkle.
Delroy, you've managed to touch the ground. Is there anything you'd like to say?
There you have it, Pearls of Wisdom by Delroy Prickwinkle. And off we go to the women's over 80 standing tit sag. And we're at the women's over 80 standing tit sag, and former women's competitive tit sag champion, 90-year-old Farron Cook, is shuffling on the field, and oh my God, she's down. She's down. Former women's competitive tit sack champion Farron Cook has tripped over her gravity-impaired, incredibly sacking low-hanging tit. And as the medics assist Farron Cook to her feet, we go to the over 90s colostomy bag pole vault. Wait a minute! Hold it right there! Stop! This is the end of the sampler! If you want to listen to the rest of this thrilling episode of the battery-operated magic toupee, click on the link below, or listen to it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And listen to this.
As we gain a higher understanding of stupidity, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Hence we bid farewell to the battery-operated magic toupee, pooting and spooing and farting thick brown smoke as it dimly staggers from reality to reality on its moronic mission.
You have been listening to the Battery-Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast. It was performed and was written and produced by Elliot Stein. Copyright 2024, Gargoyle Entertainment. Thank you for listening! That was a sample of an episode of the Battery-Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast. Please click on subscribe and like and all the other cool and generous buttons that are on whatever site you just listened to this on. That helps us a lot, and we really appreciate it. What you just heard was a sample, a taster. And if you like the taste, come listen to the whole podcast on Spotify, Apple, and other cool podcast platforms. And if you really liked it, really liked it, come be a member, a paid subscriber on the Battery-Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast Patreon page for the complete uncut episodes and lots of other cool shit. Each episode takes 2 solid weeks to create and lots of resources to produce. It costs money, and we rely on the generosity of our members to keep the comedy going. And you can visit our webpage at BOMT.UK or battery-operated-magic-toupee.UK. And don't forget to tune in to the next thrilling episode of the Battery-Operated Magic Toupee, the podcast.
Toodles!